Well, it's Brother Kashakwala coming back at you with another swift lesson in the spirit, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace of salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. Let me go ahead and start off with Revelation chapter 13 and 16. It says, And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, and that no man might buy or sell save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, so reason I'm bringing this out is because technology is booming at the moment. We see the brain chip, the Neuralinks, the Elon Musk thing get approved. We see a man who was paralyzed since 2011 get a brain chip and starts walking again. We're seeing the miracles that it's speaking about that Esau would do before us and before the Lord in these coming times. This is all Bible prophecy, and this is how you know we're at the very end. So, um, the main thing that I'm gonna get into today is two companies. Well, pretty much really one, but two companies. The main one I'm gonna focus on is BlackRock. I may come back and do another lesson on the second company, which is Vanguard. All right, this is the New York Times. It says what BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street are doing to the economy. It's probably not gonna let me read it because I'm not subscribed to it, but it's what it is. Um, so I'll just read just a little bit of this. It says when I got on the phone with Vivek Ramsaway, whatever, on Tuesday afternoon, I was not expecting to find out kamikaze. So and so is a tech entrepreneur, a frequent contributor of the conservative outlets such as the Wall Street Journal's editorial page, and the author of the book whose very title sounds as if it had been formulated in the lab of Fox News to maximally tickle the base and the trigger of the libs. Let me just keep going here. There we go. So it says the firms, I'm right here. So it says the firms manage funds invested by large institutions like pension funds and university endowments, as well as those for companies and, in some cases, individual investors like me and perhaps you too. Their holdings are colossal. So he's speaking about BlackRock and Vanguard. BlackRock manages nearly 10 trillion in investments. Vanguard 8 trillion, and State Street 4 trillion. Their combined 22 trillion in managed assets is the equivalent of more than half of the combined value of the shares for companies in the SP 500. That's about 38 trillion. Says their power is expected to grow. Analysts published the Boston University Law Review in 2019 estimated the big three could control as much as 40% of the shareholder votes in the SP 500 within 2 decades. So in 20 years, they could pretty much own everything. And they're pretty much there already, as you know, all three of them combined. They call them the big three: State Street, Vanguard, and BlackRock. They pretty much have their hand dipped in any and everything that you know today. So the reason why I'm bringing out who these guys are, all right, BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, is because of this. So this is an NVIDIA Corp, and I will be pretty transparent here. Any brothers who deal with any type of stocks, trading, things of that nature, I have been investing in NVIDIA. I've been investing in Amitech, and then also AMD. All these three are chip companies. All these three are chip companies. Hear me out, okay? I am, to an extent, if you're for prophecy, you are for the chip. I'm going to say it just like that. Meaning, in a sense, you want it to come so prophecy can be fulfilled. Do you want to take it? Hell no. So let me repeat that one more time. Do you take the C-HIP. Hell no. That is the mark of the beast that is spoken about in the scriptures, and that is what's spoken about in Revelation 13, 16, and 17, which I just read about. This is not something you want to take. All right? So me saying that I may have invested in it doesn't mean that I'm taking it. All right? It's just fucking fiat currency that you're trading. All right? So I just have to caveat, which caveat is like a warning or a message to the ones who will take my words and twist it and be like, see. And it's not even like that. Okay? Even if you're in the stocks and bonds and trading cryptocurrency, it doesn't fucking matter. That's the devil's fucking nectar anyway. So shit, you go to work and make make money, right? Well, isn't that Caesar's? And then you pay taxes, so you owe Caesar's what is Caesar's. So don't try to nitpick when I say that. So sometimes when you, me personally, when I make a quote unquote controversial statement, you got to back it up with a caveat for the simpletons out there who try to twist up what you're saying. But the NVIDIA Corp is a corporation. It's like a video gaming, computer, chip technology, microchip technology, virtual technology, AI technology company. Oh, and guess what BlackRock has? Institution BlackRock. Latest disclosed ownership 179,816,144 shares. So that means they own about 8% of that company. All right. And probably going to go up more because as of lately, as you can see this number right here, I invested in NVIDIA around during the time when Nancy Pelosi went over, I think it was to Thailand, to have that chip conversation. If I can find the video that I did on it, I'll find it and post it, repost it, or put the link in the description box below, and y'all can go watch that. But I invested in it around that time, and during that time, NVIDIA Corp was about at like $100 or $120 for a share. They done boomed to $400. Yes, make some money. All right. So let's go to the next one, Amitech. All right. It says, this is Amitech. It says, I'm going to read a little bit of the slogan. Every day, our technology makes a safer, sustainable, and more productive world a reality. So what is going to be sustainable and safer and productive when it comes to your medical information, your funds, your money? Taking the C-HIP, taking the MOTB. All right. That's what they're trying to push. Well, safety in this, if you implant it inside of yourself, no one can steal it. All right. It says, as a leading global provider of differentiated electronic instruments and electromechanical devices, we are proud to solve some of the world's most complex challenges. Our strength comes from 4 key areas. All right, and here are the 4 key areas that combine vision for success, design to excel, united by bright prospects, proud to be out in the front. All right, so pretty much, let's see, let's just keep going. Let's explore a little bit here. Explore our products. It says our electronic instruments, as you can see what they have back there. Aerospace, power, resource, research, all that good stuff. Electromechanical devices. It says we are a world-renowned, a differentiated supplier of automation and precision, motion control solutions, and highly engineered electrical interconnects. Right, because they're trying to interconnect everybody in what they call the web of things, if I'm saying that correctly. I know Apostle Gabar, really the apostles really say that term a lot, but this is Amitech. Okay, so let's go to this. All right, BlackRock increases position in Amitech because they're another electronical company that's producing these C-HIPs for everybody. They're really trying to push the narrative, and they're really trying to get the NWO going for themselves so they can do all this stuff. But you notice the same names, the big companies who are wanting to push this, these are just the elite who own these companies and they just use the name and hide behind it. But we know who the elite are. All right, so as BlackRock increases position in Amitech, all right, let's keep going down here just to get the numbers and the figures. All right, so it says final reports of BlackRock has filed with the SEC disclosing ownership of 15.56 million shares of Amitech. All right, this represents 6.8% of the company. In their previous filing date of February 1st, 2022, they reported 15.28 million shares, and that was 6.60% of the company, an increase of 1.81%, and an increase in total ownership of 0.2%, which is a lot, okay? So they have their foot in the door with this company, all right, and they have their foot in the door with NVIDIA. I don't feel like going into AMD, but that's another company that produces those things, all right? So we can see the narrative being pushed. We see this prophecy coming to pass. We are at the end. It's over, okay? It's June. The microchip is here. I'm sorry to tell you that, IUIC. It's not no embargo. It's not no damn fucking sin. That's not what Revelation 13 and 16 and 17 is speaking about. It's speaking about a physical thing that these big companies are what? Investing in to put into the masses of the people. Okay? So again, and then I'm going to close it out. Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So Lord willing, this was edifying. Look into BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street. If you want to know more about them, they pretty much have their hand dipped in every little thing that you could think of, and they're trying to control everything. Of course, they're trying to push the C-hip. And then Lord willing, I could put these descriptions or these in the description box below. Look at that wickedness right there. But again, I hope this was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Achakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect, first fruit. And like always, repent, for Yahweh Shai is coming back sooner than what me and you believed. Shalom.